Okay, so Catherine, I'm really glad that you've chosen the topic of listings because that is something that we all need. Agents and sellers alike just need to know what's entailed when we take a listing, what's entailed when once the house goes on the market. So you're going to be sharing that with our panel this week. And so with that, I just want to introduce Catherine Malone, a seasoned Bertrand Realty agent, and she'll be talking about listings. Catherine?
Thank you, Marlene. I would like to discuss with you today about a few steps of listing your property. So the first thing you want to do when listing your property, you want to first find an agent to work with. Um, you want to find an agent, the ones who represent you, that has a fiduciary responsibility to look after you for your best interests. So after you're chosen that realtor, you want to sign a listing agreement between you and your listing agent. And the listing agreement is a contract between a property owner and a real estate broker that authorized the broker to represent the seller and to find a buyer for your property. Okay? So now, since we decided that you want to move forward and list your property, we need to find out how much your home is worth. We do this by completing a CMA, which is called a comparable market analysis that we use to determine the price of your home. So this involves a comparison of the same type of home within you can use a 1 or 2 mile radius to determine what's the selling price in your surrounding area. This right here would give us the idea of where to price the home at. The realtor and the seller would come up with this agreement price. So once we get this price and decide what we want to do, we will decide to list. But the biggest mistake that most people make sometimes is overpricing their home. I agree that everybody wants to make more money for their homes. But at the same time, we have to be realistic about the pricing and the market value. You want to keep your home in line with homes that's been identified in a comparable marketing analyst report. Okay, so when the homes are overpriced, because sometimes when the homes are overpriced, it creates a bad impression, on your listing. It also it looks good for your competitors because you're so high and they're in that range. So comparison is so important. It could be it stays on the market longer. Buyers might not find your listings in the market because your comparable is not in their range they're looking for. So that's one downfall as well. So and it won't leave room for competitive bidding because you're overpriced. And if they bid, they even go even more. So listing that home at the right price is very important. And last of the comparables, it also can cause problems with the appraisal at the end because some banks are known to not to do the mortgage because of the overpricing. So that's important. It could be a problem towards the end. Look at comparables as we think of comparables is like a reality check on the asking price. Because if you're going to list, you're going to think about where you want to list it at. You're going to go higher or above, or you're going to be in that range. So it's important to adjust your comparable. Time is of the essence. So you don't want to keep your property on the market for too long due to overpricing. The goal is to sell that home as soon as possible. That's the goal. Okay, so once we both come to agreement of the sale price and date, we want to get prepared for your open houses. So in your showing. So the first thing you want to do is start decluttering your house, kind of tidy it up, make it look presentable presentable for your potential buyers to come see. So you want to clear all that up. Once everything is in order, we as realtors will come out to your home to take pictures. We need the pictures to put online so that potential buyers and realtors will be able to see your home. So it's important for to be tidy and straight, like you want to see clarity and room when you come at home. So buyers want to see buyers when they first come into a home or drive up to your home, they want to visualize. They want to be able to visualize themselves in that new home, and they want to see possibilities of a new start. They want to be able to see themselves in that home. If it's cluttered or pictures everywhere, they don't see that. Okay, so it only takes 3 seconds for a person to make up their mind on how they feel about their home. So it's very important to make that great first impression. So now at that point, the clutter has been moved and the date is coming up, the momentum is building up, and excitement has begun. So now it's time to list that home. So once the home is listed on MLS, it goes over to 100 marketing sites to help promote your property. Isn't that awesome? That's very awesome.
Yeah.
So we will help you also promote your listing by we will offer to do an open house for you with your permission. So once we do open house, we'll show potential new buyers to see your home as well. If the house is empty, we ask for your permission if we can use a lockbox so we can have other realtors be able to show their clients through your home. And without the presence of a realtor being there, other realtors also will be showing your home for your house, which is good. You want many buyers as possible to come through your house. If you decide to opt out for apartments only, then you would have to be flexible and accommodating to people who want to see your house because they want to come in at different days, different times, and you want that flow to keep going. This is know that when you opt out, you have to be ready to schedule a specific time for these people. So make sure that if you have pets that you want to make sure they put away and find a certain place, another home or somewhere they can put them at so that they can be away from the clients. Let's see. So the goal is to get as many potential buyers flowing through so we can secure a qualified buyer. So that's the main goal. So, this kind of sums it up to preparing your home to be listed. But I have another, people always ask the question, so when is the right time to sell your home? Well, I did a search, statistics has shown that selling your home like towards the beginning of the year, a new year that a client, the person has opportunity to get more for their home because it's the beginning of a new year for what they said. But to me, I think anytime it's the right time to sell your home, it's when you're ready to make that decision and decide to list. Because someone is always waiting for something new. So, this kind of sums up about the listing process. But next time, I will discuss what happens after you secure a buyer and enter into a purchase agreement. Okay, Marlene.
Thank you, Catherine. That was amazing. That was really very informative. Thank you for joining us, Monique. Do you have any questions for Catherine or me?
I don't have any questions. She covered the basics on the process.
Yeah, she did. She covered it all, I want to say quite well. And I just want to
Awesome.
thank you for everybody for joining us. And we are going to resume our regularly scheduled meeting. And again, Catherine, I thank you for putting that together and educating customers, clients on what it means to put your house on the market, what's going to be involved with putting the house on the market. And Catherine does have a follow-up discussion, which is going to be just as amazing. So thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Monique, for joining, and we'll continue with our meeting.